see also what we can do with the ovaries. So basically what I said at the first day, that everything below the navel is connected with the kidneys and the bladder. Kidney, yeah. Front and back is always the same, you know. So all this here is also indirectly connected. So in order to find the ovaries, so you place your fingers like that, and the other one. We have to open a little bit. So now we see about the ovaries are about in this line, there where the pinky finger is. So her ovaries are about here. See? So now we can find it. Now we have approximately the location of the ovaries, thank you. And then we could go. So I found one ovary here. You feel it? Yeah. So one ovary is here. Here. It's okay. I don't sense anything here. Just the ovary. And then we find the other one.
What does it feel like?
Oh, it's difficult. It's a sensation because it's soft. It's soft, so you don't have a texture. You cannot really sense the texture of the ovary, but you sense the energy of the ovary. Oh yeah, that's maybe how I can explain it. And also, for instance, like when a woman is in menopause, you also, and she doesn't do any activation of the ovaries, you also sense this, because then you don't feel anything. There's nothing. It's like you don't feel the ovaries, and then you know, she doesn't have. Either she misses her ovary, or she doesn't have menstruation anymore. She doesn't have the hormonal energy in the ovaries anymore. These are a little bit different. But I also feel the ovary here. Here. Yeah, it's a little bit more tight on this side. Too far. Yeah. So they're pretty close together. They're pretty narrow. They're not far away from each other. So like they're only like this way. So they're not far, like not one like here and the other like here. So they're pretty close together. One is here. So both of them, they're okay. There's not a significant problem. I can not feel anything. But however, now when you feel, for instance, like one ovary is deeper than the other one. For instance, like them, if you think this one, or like they say, this one is deeper. So we release first whatever we feel, like the tension around it. Yes, you feel something. I felt on that side is not the same like the other side. It's different, this side. So we release first the tension. We release the tension. It's from the... You feel pain there? Yes.
Yeah.
Here? Yeah. And the pain is actually from here inside. You need Kasai for that. It's from here. It is... it's here inside, on the side of the vagina, on the side. The muscle, I don't know how you call these muscles. Huh? Yeah, this tight. In her case, very tight, because when I press here, it's pain. And you feel it's pain here, and the muscle is here inside. But it's not Chi Nei Tsang. It's below. It's not Chi Nei Tsang. It's here inside. When you open the leg, it's inside the leg. This here inside, right here. Yeah, that's tension, tight. So we release the tension, right? We release it, and now let's say we release the tension of the ovary, and now when there's no more pain, now we go like this. We press here into that ovary and push the other one up like that. And push. This is how we can lift the other ovary, because they're interconnected with through the uterus, and then you can lift the other one up and bring it to the position that it was before. Right, like that. This is how we can lift the ovary. First you have to release the tension, and then you lift it. And now, because if they're not in the same level, then you also have menstrual problems. Because when the egg is coming from this one, you have more cramps. You can have more discomfort. It depends. It depends. You know, everybody different. You know, it doesn't have necessarily to be like that, but it can be like that. Simply because the ovaries are not in the same alignment, and then it causes also menstrual cramps.
And that's mostly just you're sensing that.
You sense it, yes. You sense it, yes. Like you sense also, I mean, I touched and I felt that there is something not right, but I didn't know because I was focusing on the ovary. But when I focused more, then I could feel that there is something here, pain. And this pain is connected to the inside. There's the tendon, the muscle tendon very tight, and that also reflects into the trochanter here. Good, that's one thing, and now we come to the uterus, right? So the uterus is it's behind the pubic bone, and to feel the uterus, like when we go straight down here on the when we go straight down on the pubic bone down, then we also feel where the uterus is. So now in her case, I don't feel her uterus. So it's a little bit lower. The uterus is a little bit lower because I don't, when I go here to the pubic bone and I go straight down, I don't feel it. So it's a little bit down. Contract your pelvic floor, contract, yeah. Now I can feel some contraction here, but the uterus is a little bit low. They didn't tell you? No, it's a little bit low. It has a little bit gone down. So you need to exercise. You need to do a lot of contraction to order. Egg? Yeah, but with the egg is better. The egg, because the egg you move like this. Kegel you only do like this. So it's different. But yeah, you can also do the Kegel exercise. So you need to be a little bit more up. And we can lift it temporarily. As I said, the tendons where the uterus is attached to, they are on the side here. And then we go down here on the side of the bone here. So we go down and pull up. Yeah, pull up. And you pull up the tendons, and then the uterus is also lifting. Because the uterus is attached to tendons. Like that. So go down and pull up. Down. One side. And then we do the same on the other side. You have, how many children you have? 2. And now we do here the other side. So it's better when you stand on the other side too.
Is it sometimes lower for women who have had children? It tends to be lower?
Can be. Can be. Depends, you know. Deeper level is contention. So what I do, I go down and pull up deep in the deeper layer. Several times. Oh yeah. Now I feel it here. I feel here the muscle. So it's a little bit up, more up, but it, you see now, I should have told, when you go straight down now, you feel the muscle, a muscle, right? And before I didn't feel it, but now when you contract, yeah. Contract, yeah. Now I feel, now it's more better. Before it was like empty. You just go down and you don't feel no muscle. But it can stay for a little while, but I don't know if it all stays for good. But it's a way to lift the uterus up. And then we also can work on the bladder. So also, like as I said, when the bladder has also dropped, then women have to go a lot to the flu. And also sometimes they have not so much control over the muscle. But sometimes when they laugh or cough, then the pee comes out. So one thing is that you contract, the contraction. This is one part to strengthen the pelvic floor, that the muscle is stronger, so that we don't involuntarily urinate. And the other thing is that we can also lift up the bladder. This is also very good when a woman doesn't have a uterus anymore, because then the danger that the bladder drops is like 90%. Because there's no more uterus and there's an empty space, and with the time the bladder goes down, and then they get an incontinence. They have to go to the toilet all the time. You know, when I came to Thailand, I mean now when I had the babies and I was looking for Pampers, and one day I was in the supermarket looking for the Pampers, and I walked the line and said, oh, there are all the Pampers, and then I saw some samples and they were like this. And I thought, wow, what is this? These are bigger than my babies. How can this sell such big pampers? And then I realized it's pamper for adults. And they have now also L, LL, and XXL. Mamma mia, and they're like this, you know, big as like a whole baby. Nowadays, many people need pamper. And I also remember one of our guests, she always comes here every year, and she stays for 3 months, and she always had one suitcase sent only with pamper for her, because at that time she couldn't, that was 15 years ago, she couldn't find any pampers for adults in the superstore, and she had to send one suitcase for her. Yeah. But now you find it, you have plenty of pampers. So actually we also, you know, can train our, for this one maybe you have to come a little bit more up, yeah, a little bit more higher. Yeah, thank you. To train our bladder that we don't need a pamper later on. So we start with pampers and we end with pampers. Should not be looking. Now, the practice I have to explain. First you bend your knees. Yeah. Now we can get first the training. And now you straighten your legs. Yeah, very good. That's good. That's perfect. That's exactly what we need, like that. And this is the way. So you bend your knees again, please. And wait. I give it a wait. And let you know. So now I go here on the pubic bone, and I go on the pubic bone straight down. On the pubic bone. And now when I say 3, like 1, 2, 3, and 3 you straighten your legs and I pull up. No? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Quando cuenta a 3, bajas tus piernas y yo subes. 1, 2, 3. Otra vez. Normal, we do it again. 1, 2, 3. Una más. 1, 2, 3. So in the moment when she straightens her leg, I pull up the bladder, pull up. And that is lifting the bladder. So that can also help women to when they have the incontinence. But another thing is that Master Chia always tells us that we should also practice ourselves. So what he recommends is that when women go to the toilet afterwards, they should always like stand in front of the toilet and then do like this to go in, then down. And now when they stand up, they pull up also the bladder like that. Because when you get older, when you go to the toilet and you press, you press always like the pee out, and that can also cause that eventually your bladder is not so strong and sinks down, and also your muscle not so strong. So he recommends this, that you go down, you go in, and every time you get up, you pull up, so that what you have pressed down, you pull it up again, like that, so that you don't get the incontinence, yeah, at the time. And men also have it. For men, they have the different problem. Women, they have the problem that they cannot hold the urine, and men, they have the problem that the urine doesn't come out sometimes, because when the prostate inside is becoming more tight, more tense, and the urine has to go through the prostate out, then it can get stuck, and then they cannot pee, and then they stand and go pee, 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 and they have to stand and wait until the pee comes out. So in order to prevent that for men, it's exactly opposite like the women. The women pee all the time and the men cannot pee anymore. For them, it's good but you have to do it outside. You should not do it in the toilet because I don't think the wife likes it. So you stand outside in the nature, and then when you pee, you stand on your toes and you pull up your perineum. You pull the perineum up and press out here. So you pull up and press and pee like this for the man. So he can train that the pee is still strong. You know, young men or boys, you know, they like always to compete. But when they get older, it doesn't compete anymore. So you can train it up, pull up, and push like this. Like this. And that's the training for men. That to keep also the prostate. That's also an impact on the prostate. When you pull up your perineum and push that. So you have two trainings in order to prevent like problem with the urine. You have a question to that?
Yes. Can you show me again lift of the ovaries?
Ah, okay. So the ovaries is like that. You feel, you know, when you go down and you feel the ovary, you sense it. And then you may also sense, like my fingers like here and I sense it, and then you find the other ovary, and maybe you have to go much deeper in order to find the ovary, and then you think, oh, it's too deep, you know, this ovary is too low. And then you release the tension around. So you find around any obstruction that caused the ovary to go down, to be pulled down like that. You find the obstruction, and you have to work and untangle the obstruction. Untangle it. So it often has also to do with the psoas. There's very much to do also with the psoas muscle. And then you decide whether the ovary is in normal position. With the heel of the hand you press, and you focus on this ovary to come up like that. And then you can check again. Check how they are. You have to maybe repeat it until the other ovary is also in a normal position. Anything else? No? And let's do this. Remember the steps?